Hello everybody and welcome back to my Let's Play series. I am Sylphin and today we are looking at support Dekker. I haven't played her in the support in a while, but the last video we did her as a caster. So hopefully I have picked a hopefully an interesting deck for you today. So as you can see there's a little bit of some interesting order cards and some growth cards. I believe that should prove to be an interesting build. Basically, we are going with cooldown reduction and mana. So those two complement each other very well. Cooldown reduction will enable us to use our skills more often, and mana will enable us to actually use those abilities more often with the more mana that we will have. I went with a health and mana potion just so I can stay more alive. I mean, given that I'm a support, I should be over there helping my team, but I want to be that which I see in the game, and I want to see more lane play, more proper MOBA strategy. So if you haven't played Dekker before, she is a very interesting character with a very fast attack speed. Oh my goodness. So I'm going to actually use my rocket boots to get away here a little bit. I did not want to pick it right off the bat, but duty really just called for it. So yeah, so her right click is the one I had to go with first just to get away there, was a directional leap that grants nearby allies 150 movement speed for 3 seconds. As you can see right off the bat on that, even that skill alone has a effect that spreads to your ally team, making you more useful as a support character. As I was saying, her basic attack is like a really fast gun, a bit like it's like really fast. Like just the projectile of it is very, very fast. So you know what? I don't want to get cornered by this Feng Mao again, and I bet you he's in there. No, apparently not. He might be waiting on the other side of this thing here. What I wanted to go for first was actually Slow Bubble. It's basically just an AoE that does a little bit of a damage. You can make it... He's coming. He wants to gank me, but I'm using my ward. I'm doing the correct play, and there's really no way he's going to get me. So you can use it, throw it out, and then you can actually click it. You can actually re-click your E, and then it will, what does it say? Okay, in the actual tooltip it says that it'll do its damage, but it'll be less damage. So it can be a very reliable slow. And the last one is her Q, Stasis Bomb. It's a bouncing bomb that deals damage and roots the enemy in place for 1 second. It's a absolutely fantastic ability, and as you can see, each and every one of her abilities, besides her basic attack, has a effect that is quite substantial on the enemy team or on your friendly team. So she's a very, very good character to provide some utility with for your team. So I'm actually going to throw this out, hit that Feng Mao, and as you can see, it kind of stuns him for a bit and does some interesting stuff. So I'm using my ward to much effect. As you can see, the Murdoch and the Feng Mao are really unable to get any sort of gank going on because my and I apparently can't. I apparently am just missing completely. So this is the proper strategy. If you are new to the channel, you most certainly are new to the channel, and you will have missed my very first video that I did also today of PvP strategies. So I'm basically just doing more competitive play, focusing on how I play this game, how I can be a better competitive player. It's really just, that's basically it. So that's where I talk more about how to play this game and how to be more strategic about it. So here I'm actually going to going to root this Feng Mao just so that he can't. Okay, well didn't much matter because my team couldn't make it out of there alive. So I'm actually going to do this. I'm going to use my boots to get away. And a little bit outmatched here. I definitely need some help unless if we're going to get any kills on this enemy team here. So now her ultimate. Her ultimate is very, very interesting in that it is the ultimate in team utility. It's a gigantic containment fence that forces, like, enemies cannot leave the area. Completely cannot leave the area and are stuck inside. In this new patch, in patch 0.27, which, by the way, I have a patch video on that one, enemies actually that are trying to escape and are hitting the walls of the containment fence are actually damaged by trying to escape, actually. So it's very, very interesting. And you know what? I want to say that there's a Feng Mao in there. I really do not want to commit very hard now that I do not have a ward. We do have Gideon here. I'm going to completely botch all of my abilities, and I'm going to have to say retreat, but it looks like there's a 3v. Yeah. So there you go. So you need a ward. You really, really, really need a ward in place to grant you that vision to know if that enemy is coming or not. So really, I'm just going to stay in lane here and level up a little bit here, just because you always want to be a little bit more efficient with your time and with your power. And I'm not really doing a great job of last hitting here, but that it's not the end of the world here. I'm going to defend my tower a little bit and hopefully get this going in the right direction before I go back and spend the 6 card power. Alrighty, so we got our Lord's Ward here with some health, mana, and cooldown reduction, which is the first focus of our upgrades here. And this replaced our ward, our crappy ward, so now we have 2 charges and can be a little bit more safe as we push this lane here. I haven't felt too safe in joining the enemy just because, or joining the rest of my team, just because this tower here has been so heavily pressured. So as you can see, that ward has already been really good for me in protecting my flank. Now I just want to see if that Feng Mao is on this other side, and he is not. Okay, so really I'm just trying to keep this left lane going in the right direction, because it wouldn't be very smart for me to go support the rest of my team if you stupid Feng Mao. So there's a good opportunity for him thwarted by me, just by simply paying attention to my mini-map and using just good strategy. Really, that's all it is. So I'm just gonna stay in this lane a bit, and you know what? Maybe defend that mid lane as well. All right, I don't think I'm not gonna make it in time. I thought that I was going to be able to press on this side, but you know what? I'm gonna actually try, see if I can fall back on this Feng Mao, but no, I can't. So the enemy team is doing a good job of split pushing here. They got the mid lane here and this left lane and our 2 towers. Even though we're getting a little bit more kills, it's not necessarily all about the kills. So to be very, very conscientious of. See, now we have the Iggy and Scorch on the right lane here. Going to finish that tower off, and just because we're not split between the lanes, we've already gotten quite a disadvantage here. We also have a Gideon that is DC. So that is something right there. So I'm actually not going to help this Kalari out just because you do not. I would be stealing his character experience, and also would get no card experience for myself as well. So I'm trying to here. Let's see if I can. I'm going to jump out of the way. I'm going to try to stun him, but I cannot. So there's a. I was going to place a ward on the right side, but came in from the left. So not much I can do there. So I'm going to here slow down this Murdoch. I'm going to try to get in the way. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a fence down to try to escape. But the fence didn't go off, or didn't work quite well, and the Murdoch snipes me. So there you go. So not a very good team fight there, with a definitely outnumbered and not everybody in correct position. So looks like not the greatest of teamwork, not the greatest of strategies going on for the friendly team, but well, we'll do our best. We'll do our best. All right, so finally a little bit of strategy here with hopefully this Feng Mao comes to my aid here, because I can definitely not do very much against this Grim myself, and then can I, yes, very nicely interrupted his ultimate, which I think would have killed me. There we go. There's some proper excuse me, some proper engagements here, but it looks like, can I get away? I think I can. Here, I'm going to try to stun him, and yes, I can get away. Good. Woo! Some interesting play going on here. So I actually, should I go and help? I probably should have gone. Probably should have went and helped, eh? So the issue with being support, and I have no energy damage in here whatsoever, is that I don't do damage. I'm going to, all of my value really is going to simply come from enabling my friendly team to do the damage that they can. So either enabling my team or disabling the enemy team in those situations. My Murdoch Gideon is Murdoch. I think that's what Murdoch is pretty much screwed there on the right lane. So I'm just going to simply stay in this lane with no other pressing objectives to do. Okay, so I did not record a awesome team fight that happened. I thought I was talking to myself, and it looks like I wasn't recording. Yippee. Basically, to recap, I'm definitely a enabler for sure. I'm definitely feeling like I can easily get out of here, but I don't think that I will. Yeah. Wonderful. As I was saying, I definitely feel like I'm an enabler. I'm able to shoot my abilities. I'm able to use my abilities when I need them, and that's very exciting. I'm not having mana issues at the moment, but I mean, we've gotten barely enough card points to get this going here. So I mean, really, this is only going to help a little bit more. And then we got to go for something else. So some interesting cards here. This does grant some health regen to nearby allies. This one grants even more health regen to nearby allies and would deal with a little bit of some mana issues, but this would offer some more cooldown with a bit of sustain. So I'm trying to decide here what to do. Alright, so we have something interesting here. I let my Kalari here go in on this Grim, and I think this Grim, yeah, knows his fate. So there was a little bit of a gank from behind. We're going to have to return here to defend on the right side. Alright, so we have a bit of a engagement going on here. That was Iggy and Scorch that was pushing this lane. We pushed him up here, but it looks nice sniped by that Murdoch. Looks like now they are collapsing on our overextended Feng Mao, and there's no way I can help him. So with some of the card power that we got from that previous kill that I forgot to yet again record, my sincerest apologies. We went with a Pendulum of Lords, gives us some mana, which will help us with our sustain, and some health, which will also help with our sustain. So it'll be very handy here. So I don't see how. Look at this, and I got him. He didn't even see my Indian Scorch here. It doesn't look like it matters because he's absolutely annihilating our Iggy and Scorch. Very lucky here that we were able to get that pick. So as you can see, the utility really won that for the team there. Surrender, maybe that would be the thing to do, but I'm not going to go with that. So here we go. I think we can get this Iggy and Scorch going and the defeat. Wonderful. So not the best video for sure to showcase Dekker off whatsoever, but I mean, I think we have a little bit of a proof of concept here. She definitely is quite capable at manipulating the enemy and manipulating the battlefield when she has a good amount of cooldown reduction. So really, I mean, the Lord's Word, just so that we can have some vision, help out our team with that, because I mean, there's so much value in knowing exactly where your enemy is, and if you can save your entire team by giving vision of an area and preventing a gank, I mean, you've done really much more than you could have done otherwise. Pendulum Lore is just a good card with some mana and health and cooldown reduction, and some other cards that we will go through in one moment. Interesting. So it was quite a not quite a disappointing match. We had a Gideon that really, I mean, let us down by DCing. So the Lord's Ward for that health, mana, and cooldown reduction. We got Pendulum of Lords, again for the health, mana, and cooldown reduction. We have a Circlet of Health, just some mana, so that when we get that cooldown reduction, we'll need some mana, so we can fill that up with mana, keep our sustain going there with the secondary stat there, grants a little bit of health regen to nearby allies, help keep them topped up, and then also have overflowing gifts here, also can help with our mana regen and our sustain, so that we can fully upgrade cooldown reduction in those other cards, plus it has an active ability, grants a lot of health regen for 14 seconds to nearby allies. Something great that you can activate right at the beginning, or, you know, kind of a third of the way through a team fight to keep your allies going. Really cool card that I thought would work really well here. Then we have these two cards here that are left, the Lantern of the Spring. It's an interesting one, just some physical armor, again, with the cooldown reduction, so we can completely max that out. And Honor the Pure, and also another active that is a direct support card that you can activate, give your team some shields, and we were going to upgrade this one with health just to keep our sustain up there as well. As you could saw, that Murdoch was completely burning me down really, really quickly. So there you go. That was the build. I mean, we didn't get to really see the whole thing, which was quite disappointing. So guys, like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you disliked it. Very, very possible. I was in a good match and I didn't record some key moments, so that's very understandable. Please comment down in the comment section below. Let me know what you think of support Dekker. I mean, it is a possibility to play her as a support. I'm feeling like she obviously doesn't do energy damage whatsoever. She really doesn't do much damage, but her utility that she provides to the battlefield is really, really interesting. So let me know what you guys think about her in the support roll. Please subscribe, guys. I have lots of content coming. Just started a brand new series of my PvP journey where I explore kind of the strategies of Paragon and also just improving my own play as well. So guys, subscribe. Until next time, take care.